From One Blue Jays Way in Toronto, welcome to Rogers Center. Major League Baseball on tap. It's the All-Stars taking on the All-Stars. First pitch coming your way next. Just about set to go. And on the mound today, Michael Lorenzen.
Yeah, very respectable numbers last year, a sub 350 ERA. And, you know, guys like that, you may think, well, they're elite pitchers. They're pitching sub twos. They're dominating. But when you can have that kind of consistency, you know you have a chance to win the ball game every time he takes the mound. So, you know, good season last year. Opportunity for him to go out there and repeat it this year, possibly even improve. But I tell you what, if this guy's pitching for me and I'm playing in the outfield, I'm loving every minute of it.
And that's too high.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
Swings and misses, one down.
Well, that slider down and away. It's just kind of a slow death. With two strikes you're looking to protect, and halfway to the plate, you know you've committed, and you know you're going to have no chance of touching it. I'll tell you what, sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
Here's Juan Soto. Up the middle. 2 up, 2 down.
He's out.
Take a look at the lineup. And a big part of it, a guy with a great track record, Juan Soto.
And boom, a big power season for him last year, up over 40 home runs. So he's obviously a very important part of this lineup. They're going to rely on him heavily to provide that same type of slog and drive guys in as he did last season. But I think he's up for the task.
This one in the air, right field. Waters on the move. And that is that. We'll go to the bottom of the first. 0-0. Back here with my pal Singy. Today's starting pitcher, Luis Severino.
Well, last year kind of around the league average in terms of ERA. And you know what? That's why you have 5 different spots in the starting rotation. You've got to have people round things out. And not everyone's going to pitch like a number 1 or number 2 every outing or every season. But last year, he gave his team an opportunity and a chance to win every time he took the mound on average. And when you look at that kind of performance, it has a place on every ball club.
A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
1-1.
Fastball for a strike. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Batting second.
So digging in, Mildar Perez. Good power. Not great in the OBP department. Swing and a ball popped in the air. And it drops in. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. And now it's Mark Vientos. Right through there for a strike. Severino, multi-time All-Star, 31 years old. He joined the team as a free agent. Foul ball there. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Gassed it right by him.
Been a pretty rough start to this series for him at the plate. 3 strikeouts in the first game yesterday. Another one.
Hammers that one. Curling down the line and foul.
Well, that's where you want to be right there. All over that first pitch fastball. Just a little too much hook on it. Straighten that thing out. You get to jog around the bases.
Slice to right. Fair ball. The throw in. Paris coming home. And he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning.
Always exciting to see a play at the plate. Trying to score with 2 outs, but the tag just gets him in time, and they cut down the run to end the inning.
Back here at Rogers Center, here's Machado.
Manny Machado.
Machado matched a homer in his last game. Lorenzen back to work. Hot shot to third. Vientos whips it to first. And quickly one away in the second.
Batting fifth, the designated hitter, Rafael Devers.
Devers now.
He's hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong.
And first offering is fouled off. Swing and a drive, deep right field. Way back there. Out of here. It's his 6th home run of the season, and that gives him a lead. It's 1-0.
That's a fun way to take the lead. Just hit one out of the park. Well, he put a really nice swing on that one, and everything was on time. Took a direct path to the ball. Excellent extension, and just drove it out of here. Nothing better than when the ball jumps off your bat like that.
1 out, base is empty. And now here is Jose Ramirez. And that one sliced foul. Swung on, belted. Out of here. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. 3rd home run of the season, and they add a run. It's 2-0.
Back-to-back jacks, and this club is fired up right now, Boog. I mean, this is the kind of thing where you really start to notice hitters in a lineup feeding off each other, and the collective confidence just continues to grow.
And now it's Julio Rodriguez. 2 hits in the game last night. And that gets the top of the zone for a strike. The Mariners knew what they had. Signed him in July of 2017 for a little under $2 million when Rodriguez was just 16 years old out of the Dominican Republic. Fast forward to 2022. For Julio Rodriguez to win the Rookie of the Year, the Seattle Mariners were then compensated with the 29th overall pick in the first round of the draft in 2023. Part of the new CBA, enticing teams to promote their good young players.
Marte.
2 down, bases empty. Here's Ketel Marte. Line drive, that's a base hit into right field. And that keeps the inning going.
Batting ninth, catcher Yainer Diaz.
So up next, Yainer Diaz. Ball one on a pitch inside. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Right fielder,
just so
Fernando
sound in his
Tatis
mechanics. Hits
Jr.
against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Fernando Tatis Jr. to hit here. And that drops in for a strike.
0-1.
First and second, 2 down. Here in the second game of the series. Swing and a high fly ball hit the air left center field. This one's got a chance. Bangs off the wall. 1 run across. Dubon with a quick throw back in. Runner holds at third, so just 1 across on the play.
Comes through with the RBI. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it.
Soto at the plate with 2 away. Swings through that one.
Big moment in this game. 2 outs, 2 runners in scoring position, and could really break this thing wide open early. Hey, it's still early in this ball game, but you know, this at bat right here could be a big factor in the outcome. You think about it, there's a chance to really blow this thing open right here.
Got him looking. Inning over, and it could have been worse. But 2 rounds ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now it's the right fielder, Drew Waters. That one in the dirt, and it's 1-0.
A 3-0 lead is great, but you can't get too comfortable. Got to stay aggressive, keep attacking hitters, try to cruise through this ball game.
Joe McDonald doing the home plate duties here.
Well, Joe's an interesting one. I'm always trying to figure out what exactly his zone is. Feels like it kind of moves around from game to game, sometimes inning to inning.
And a big swing and a miss. Yeah, I think that's fair. I don't think he's ever way off with his balls and strikes, but yeah, I don't think it's easy to define what his zone is, like you said. That one at 95, missed up top. Full count, 3-2. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. That K is his 3rd of the game.
This guy will throw any pitch in any count, 3-2. He goes off speed, gets the out.
Here's Trevor Story now. It's a strike.
0-1.
One down, base is empty. Swing and a ground ball out to short. To first. Already 2 out here in the home half of inning number 2.
Batting 7th,
Avisail Garcia up to the plate.
Avisail Garcia.
And there's a ball. Check swing, called strike. 2 outs, base is empty. The pitch. Upstairs.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Full count.
And there's a rocket into the outfield. And that's going to get into the corner. Now he'll turn for second. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Ground ball, Vlad Jr. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. And welcome back to the ballpark. New inning getting started. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And a seed into center. That's a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Waste no time there. Absolutely punished that pitch. Wasn't fooled in the slightest. 109 off the bat. I think that means you put a pretty good swing on it.
So a man at first. And now the shortstop, Manny Machado. He's 0 for 1. Check swing went around. And that is strike one.
You know, this group of hitters doing a good job of putting the ball into play. And that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. And here's a stat for you, Boog. They're making contact with more than 85% of the pitches that they're swinging at. It's pretty special stuff. Not so good if you're out there on the mound.
And there's one down.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Rafael Devers.
Man aboard, and here is Devers. He's already homered here in this one. Shortened a bunt and missed it, 0-1. Ground ball right side, could be 2. To second, there's 1. Double play. And that'll do it for the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. We head now to the home half of inning number 3. The Dominican Republic on top here, 3-0. Back now in Toronto. Now here is number 94.
Number 94.
Hard on the ground to first. Guerrero takes it to the bag. 1 gone, bottom of the 3rd inning.
The center fielder, Mauricio Dubon.
So the batting order turns over. Here's Mauricio Dubon. On the inside corner for a strike. 1 out, base is empty. Ball 1 there. Severino ready to fire now. Pulls that one foul. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Severino. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Now batting, number 6.
Milkar Perez getting ready to hit. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And first offering is fouled off. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Shallow right field. And that's out of play, a foul ball. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
Now batting.
Now the third baseman, Mark Vientos. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. And that one is lifted in the air. Rodriguez settles under it. He's there. He's got it. And that'll do it. And we're back.
Leading
John
off,
Shelby with
third
Chris
baseman,
Singleton.
Jose
And set to lead
Ramirez.
off the fourth, Jose Ramirez. Yeah, that's fouled off. Ramirez goes 5 feet 9 inches, a member of the 1,000 hit club, and he was selected for the All-Star game last year. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. And a foul ball, he stays alive.
Five foul balls in a row. I have no idea what that feels like, but you got to love this battle. Just wondering who's going to blink first.
Cut on and miss. Struck him out. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
Now batting,
And the batter
the
now,
center fielder,
Julio Rodriguez.
Rodriguez.
Up and in, ball 1. Base is empty, 1 away. Top half of inning number 4. Back to the mound. He's got it. Slings to first. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 4th. Ketel Marte up to the plate. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. And a foul ball. The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. The 1-1 is fouled off. That
2-2.
one way outside, and the count is even, 2-2. That one the other way, and that's a fair ball.
That's a good job right there.
Now
Two
batting,
strikes on you, just got to
catcher,
battle.
Yainer Diaz.
Here's the catcher to hit, Yainer Diaz. A single his first time. And that one clips the corner. The 0-1. Line drive. And that is that. Back here at Rogers
Leading
Center,
things off,
ready to go,
catcher,
bottom 4.
Connor
And here's the
Wong.
catcher, Connor Wong. And it's fouled away. Severino kicks, deals. Swings and misses, went with the sweeper.
No ball. 2 strikes.
Hit in the air, right field. Tatis hauls it in for the out.
Now batting, right fielder, Drew Waters.
Drew Waters stands in. In there, and it's 0-1.
If I'm at the dish right now, I am aggressive over the heart of the plate. This guy's been filling up the strike zone, so you know you're going to get a good pitch to hit. And as nasty as his stuff is, you might as well take all 3 swings.
Swings through that one.
0-2.
Severino with another strikeout. 2 outs, base is empty. Trevor
Second
Story
baseman,
comes up to the
Trevor
plate,
Story.
grounded out his first time. This is a guy who's in the lineup first and foremost because of what he contributes defensively, Chris. And when you talk about preventing runs from being scored, this guy is a big contributor.
I was always told it's hard to take you off the field when you play really good defense, especially at a premier position. And that's what he does. The hitting's going to come around. He's going to figure it out. But right now, his big asset is the way he plays the game on defense.
The pitch timer expired before he started his windup, so that's a ball.
That must be incredibly frustrating for the pitcher, but this is all about creating more action and speeding up the game, and it's working.
Left field. Soto gets under it. Makes the play, and it's out number 3. Welcome back.
Leading
Quite
things
a
off,
pitcher's duel
right
so
fielder,
far. Here's how the
Fernando
starters have
Tatis
performed up to this
Jr.
point. Lorenzen back to work. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. Going back. Stretches out and hauls it in.
Gotta love the over-the-shoulder catch. I tell you what, those are really fun to make.
Juan Soto now 0 for 2 in this one. This one ripped, but foul to the right. Comes up empty.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
Lined, and that's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Good 2-strike hitting
Now
right there,
batting,
Boog.
first
A bit of a
baseman,
lost start for
Vladimir
some, so that was
Guerrero
nicely done to beat the
Jr.
odds. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now swinging a ground ball, and it finds its way through for a hit. They get it in quickly, so first and second, now 1 out.
Shortstop,
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Michael Lorenzen will depart, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this.
Now pitching,
Jonathan Loaizaga into the game.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Here comes Manny Machado. Swinging a ground ball up the middle, and it's through for a hit. Soto scores. The relay to second, and he's out trying for 2. But they do get a run. Now it's Devers at the plate. He's already homered in this game. Just missed. Loaizaga fires. Fought off foul. On the ground right side. That's a base hit as a run scores.
Back-to-back base hits.
Batting,
just one of those seeing eye base hits through the infield. Just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock.
2 outs, runner at first. Here's Jose Ramirez. And that is downstairs. And that's ball 1.
1-0.
He swings and fouls one off. Devers off of first with 2 away. Popped in the air, left field. Makes the catch, and that is that. So 2 runs in the inning, 4 hits, no errors, and a runner left. Home half of the 5th coming up. The All-Stars out front here, 5-0. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Now it's the DH, Avisail Garcia. There's a strike.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Swing and a miss. Missed that by a mile. 0-2. This one lifted in the air, left field. Soto sizing this one up. And there's one down.
Now batting,
Freddie Zamora will hit next.
And there's one thing on his mind this at bat, getting that first hit at the big league level.
And there's a strike. Good heater at 98. And a good eye there. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. Freddie Zamora with his first major league hit, and this is a moment I'm sure he'll never forget. Congrats.
Yeah, great moment for him and his family. A guy works so hard and has to wait so long for this to happen. And when it does, it can kind of be overwhelming, Luke. You still have to stay locked in on the game, but it's great when you could take a minute to just appreciate what you've done and how hard you've worked to get here.
Swing and a foul out of play. And that one pulled foul. 0-2 now. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Man at first, one away. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball.
Not the best location with the fastball on strike 3, but when you're pumping high 90s, you'll get away with some of those. More margin for error. You know, the fastball has become such a huge strikeout pitch in the sport. And I think a lot of it has to do with all the attention and emphasis on improved spin rate.
They get the force. That's the inning. Back now in Toronto. And now the center fielder, Julio Rodriguez.
Center fielder, Julio Rodriguez.
And he deals. In the air, right side. And it's caught for the out.
Now batting, second baseman.
Now it's the second baseman, Ketel Marte. He's 2 for 2. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Action in the pen down there. Hunter Harvey up and throwing. Ottavino warming up as well. Right through there for a strike.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
Up the middle. Story sends it over to first. They get the out on Marte.
Well, I'm impressed with this guy's internal clock. He knew he had plenty of time to take that extra step, secure his grip on the baseball, and make a strong, accurate throw.
2 down, bases empty. Here's the catcher, Yainer Diaz. 1 for 2.
Now batting, right fielder Fernando Tatis.
So the lineup flips over, and the batter will be Fernando Tatis Jr. Ball 1, no strikes. Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. And that'll do it. So 1 hit is all they get to the bottom of the 6th inning. The Dominican Republic on top 5-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Well, we go bottom 6. And here's the first baseman, Milkar Perez. That misses the zone. Ball 1.
Well, these players just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
Soto hauls it in, and there's 1 away.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Vientos in the box again. Takes a strike. And he grounds 1 to the right side. Slinging it to first in time.
Now batting.
The offense needs to start showing some fight against this starter. He's doing his thing out there. They're going to have to push back at some point and make him work a little bit harder.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Connor Wong. Strike on the outside. It's 0-1.
Well, as good as things can be, it can be a tough day at the office, even for the skippers. Seeing the offense just sputter, not able to get anything going.
This one high in the air to left center. Rodriguez settles under it, and the inning is over.
Now pitching.
New pitcher coming on, the veteran Adam Ottavino.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Left fielder, Juan
and now it's Juan Soto. 1 for 3. And first offering is fouled off. Ottavino in his 14th season, 39 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2006. Ripped on the ground to second. Story sends it over to first. They get the out on Soto.
First baseman,
Vladdy Jr. stepping to the dish now. He's got the power, but great contact skills. One of the best contact hitters in the game. Rips 1 to right, and it stays fair. Makes the turn and heads for second. Safe, and that's his 3rd hit.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
And now it's Manny Machado. Tosses across to first. Quick recovery from the misplay. Pays off for the out.
Now batting.
Rafael Devers up to hit.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
Swings through that one for strike one.
Well, strike one is so critical in a bat like this
strike.
with a real threat at the plate looking to do damage.
Next offering is fouled back. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That ends the frame. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule.
Leading things off, right fielder, Drew Waters.
That one finds the zone. That's strike one. Swings through that one for strike two.
It's just been an impressive outing so far. Continues to pound the zone pitch after pitch, and he's been able to stay down. That's what's been key.
He goes down looking.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. Obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
Started to go after it. Now a look down to first. No swing. He held up. Carl Dixon with the call there. That one missed.
He's clearly trying to work him away here. Both pitches off the plate. If you really want to put the ball in play, you're going to have to stay back and drive it to the opposite field.
And a strike. Late with the swing there.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
And that one ripped to left. Fair ball. Around first and hustling for second. And that's a double.
Ripped that one down the line and kept it fair. And even when you hit it that far out front, you still have to keep your hands tight to your body so you don't hook around that baseball and put it in foul territory. And that right there was perfect.
Garcia, batting with one down, takes a strike. Story, the runner at second with one away. And that is cut on and missed. And it's 0-2. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Boog gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a two-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. I mean, with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate, so very difficult to get the barrel on it.
No ball, 2 strikes.
On the inside corner for called strike 3. Back here at Rogers Center, and now Jose Ramirez.
Leading off, third baseman, Jose Ramirez.
Ottavino back to work. That one fouled off. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
0-2.
That one is hammered right field. Ranging back. Pulls it in on the warning track. Here's the center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. 0 for 3 in this one. First pitch, not close. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Line to second, snagged on the bounce. Story sends it over to first. Rodriguez out on the play.
Now batting, second baseman, Ketel Marte.
2 outs, base is empty. Now it's going to be Ketel Marte. Down and away for ball one. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. And we're back. Bottom of the inning. Here's the left fielder, number 94.
Now pitching,
Christopher Sanchez comes on now.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Swing, and he breaks his bat. Throw pulls him off the bag, and he's safe. So digging in, Mauricio Dubon. That one finds the zone. Strike one. Sanchez, an all-star a season ago. He features a sinker, a changeup, a slider, and occasionally uses a cutter.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
And that's a fair ball. Throws to second. Lead runner to second. So 2 on and nobody out.
Now batting.
So up
number
next,
6.
Milkar Perez. It's interesting. He plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does. And that drops in for a strike.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position, because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
What about him playing another position on defense, one that would require a little more range?
Absolutely. And I think if push came to shove where they had to make a move during a game, it'd surprise a lot of people. You might even be able to put him in center field.
Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Headed for the plate. He'll score. It's an RBI single. It's 5-1.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Vientos in the box now. No balls and a strike. In the air, left field. Soto snags it, and there's 1 down. And now, Connor Wong. Swing and a miss. That's strike 1.
No ball, 1 strike.
Two on, 1 out. The other way, and that's a base hit. Dubon around third. He'll score easily, and it's an RBI single. It's 5-2.
Well done. Drives in the run. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate.
Machado has it for 1, and he'll eat it and be happy with the out.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
Here's Trevor Story.
Got to keep things airtight defensively right here. On your toes, ready to make a play. If you can get this to the 9th with a 3-run lead, it should be a W.
That's a strike, and he inches closer to getting out of the jam. Next pitch is outside.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Ground ball right side. They take the force out. They limit the damage here. They put 2 on the board on 3 hits, an error, but 2 are left stranded. Through 8 full, the All-Stars have the lead, 5-2. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Hunter Harvey.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
And now the catcher comes up to him, Yainer Diaz. And first offering is fouled off. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So now back to the top of the order. Now it's Fernando Tatis Jr. Sliced hard but foul. Diaz aboard here at first with nobody out. And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Chris Bubich getting ready to go. Schreiber, the right-hander, also getting loose. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Boog, if you can set up a good two-strike splitter with the fastball on the previous pitch, it's going to be so tough to recognize and adjust your swing to get a piece of it. Clearly had him reaching for it right there.
On the ground, and that's just foul. Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2.
Sometimes being lucky is a swing and miss. If he makes contact with that pitch, probably hits into a double play.
That's a ball. 1-2.
That misses. And that's ball 2. There's a swing and a drive. That one is gone. He'll circle the bases. His 4th home run of the season. And they add on. It's 7-2. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spent on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient. And it paid off.
And here is Vladimir Guerrero Jr. In plenty of time to first, and Guerrero is set down.
Now batting,
2 down, base is empty. Manny Machado now at the plate. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Waters brings it in for the 3rd out. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. It's now a 7-2 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back now in Toronto. We head to the bottom of the 9th. And now the DH, Avisail Garcia. And that's in for a strike. 0-1. Swing and a miss as he was late.
When you throw a fastball by a guy like that, I imagine it's got to feel incredible. Look for him to throw it again at some point.
Next pitch, not close, up high. Cut on and miss, struck him out. 1 out.
Simply said, this guy's flailing at the plate right now. Just disconnected from head to toes in terms of the sink of his body. That's his 5th strikeout of the series, and we're just 2 games in. So hoping to see some kind of adjustment out of him. His at-bats are just a little tough to watch right now.
Top of the zone, and it's called a strike. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Now only 1 out remaining.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way. So credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Number 94 in the box with 2 gone. And takes a look at a called strike. Sanchez is just 1 strike away. Fights it off. He'll see another.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes. But that's not what that pitch was.
Ground ball to short, and this ought to do it. Fires to first on the run. Ball game.
Sometimes road trips can be tough. You're away from your family, but when you can win, silence that opposing crowd, it makes things just a little bit better, makes the road trip just a little bit shorter.
7-2 your final here today. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.